Haley, out and joined by Houston head coach Kelvin Sampson. Coach, your team was able to get off to a fast start offensively and take a 14-point lead into the half. What was your evaluation of how your team got started here in the quarterfinals of the tournament?
You know, we brought our guys to the game yesterday with Connecticut and South Florida, and I almost didn't do it. But when the game was over, when we got after the game, we were on the bus. I was so glad I did because Connecticut played so good yesterday. I mean, they were lighting it up. And I think sometimes you need something to get you back centered. So they knew they were going to be in a fight today. So that was great preparation to watch them play because of how well they played yesterday. But, we've been a good defensive team all year. And I thought the way we started the game defensively was probably more important than our offense.
You mentioned bringing your team to the game yesterday and seeing what UConn was able to do from three-point range. Your team held them to 12% from beyond the arc tonight. How much of that was the game plan defensively to limit their looks on the perimeter?
Yeah, I think the key to guarding their three-point line is how we defend the pick and roll. You know, we have a saying in our program that it takes 5 people to defend the pick and roll. You know, when we have so many, our terminology is, we dictate, line of scrimmage, but usually, and Jalen Adams is as good as anybody at this, is when you roll, is the weak side man is usually getting a 3. But we got so much back pressure on him that he had a hard time zipping balls, and by the time they got there, we were there on the catch, and we did a great job of contesting threes tonight. So I thought our team defense was good. But anytime a team shoots a poor percentage like that, you can't take all the credit. They had some open ones that they just missed.
One of the moments that stuck out in the second half, your team's up by 30, and you have a bunch of players fighting on the floor for a loose 50-50 ball. How does that speak to what this team brings to the table on a daily basis?
Yeah, if you could go back in time and see us in September and October when we'd stop practice and just do loose ball drills, because it just wasn't a habit for them. And now you look at them 6 months later, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, almost 6 months later. It's ingrained in us. It's our DNA. It's our culture. So, but I think our senior leadership for banging that drum every day as well as I do. I mean, the head coach can set the culture, but it's your leadership is the one that gets it to follow through.
Day one for your team here at the conference championship, the hope to play 3 games in 3 days. How important was it to get all of your players into the lineup at some point tonight?
Well, we usually play 10, but the second half got a little out of hand. I thought Connecticut got tired because they played so well yesterday. But once we got in the second half, and we knew that our depth was going to take hold at some point, and being able to get some of those guys out, I thought was critical. But, Nate Hent's a freshman. Fabian's a sophomore. Dejan's Rose a sophomore. Gresham's a sophomore. Sid Alley's a freshman. We got so many young players. I wanted to I got Corey and Galen out when I could, and Breon. But our young guys being able to play in this atmosphere was, I think, important. So we got them more minutes than I anticipated.
Lastly, you've gotten emotional about the seniors on your roster this season. At the end of the game, when UConn senior Jalen Adams came out of the game, you embraced him. Yeah. What does that mean to you to sort of give that respect to players in this league that you've competed against year after year that have left their legacy?
I think he's had some tough breaks. Kevin Ollie's a great guy. He really is a great guy. Outstanding coach. He won a national championship. Nobody else in our league's done that. And that's who Jalen started his career for. I think it's a blessing for him to be able to play for Danny his senior year. But at the same time, that's tough not playing for the guy that recruited you and having to learn a new system and then going through an injury and coming back. That was just a way of saying thank you for hanging in there, for being a great teammate and a great leader for a great program.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Haley.
I'm now joined by Houston guard Corey Davis Jr. Corey, congratulations on this win in the quarterfinals. Let's start off by talking about your team's defensive effort tonight. Even when your team was up, how important is it to your group to keep doing the little things right?
We focus on that every day. Those type of things are what Houston basketball is about, not giving up, not letting in, even if we have a big lead, like just sticking to what we know best, and that's just playing hard the entire game.
Your offense was knocking down shots early. How important is it for the seniors in your group, yourself, Galen, Breon, to set the tone in the first game of the tournament?
As seniors, that's our job. That's what we have to come in and do every day because, we have a lot of younger guys on the team, and they have to follow our lead, so we have to set a great example for them, and I think we've been doing a good job of that all year.
Your team was fortunate enough to put itself in a good position and build a substantial lead. All of your teammates getting to go into this game at some point. How fun is it to see everybody go in, make a contribution, but overall walk away with this one in a team effort in the postseason?
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, Landon Gosson actually got to 1,000 points today, so we were celebrating with him in the locker room. But just to see all those smiles on my brother's faces is what we actually play for.
Thanks, Corey. Good luck.
Thank you.